following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
Because I'm like that dude in the Clerks movie. I can't taste your racism.
Exactly.
I'm happy as hell about these chicken and waffles and watermelon. Now, maybe on the back end, I'm like, man, that was some kind of racist bullshit. It was delicious. My fatness would have overruled my black pride, because I probably wouldn't even thought about any racism. I'd have just been like, yo, unless somebody would have told me, hey, this is our Blach History Menu, then I might have been like, hey, man, I wish you wouldn't have said that, because now I got to think about it that way. Because at first I would just be like, yo, this chicken and waffles is dope.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
What's going on, everybody out there on in the land of the internet? I'm Ruben, of course, as you saw from the intro. Today, we'll be leading you through the craziness of our world and how we live in it. Mo B will be joining us shortly. AG is out again. Hopefully, he will feel better. No, Moco Cowboy will not be a solo show, as much as everybody really, really, really wants that online. Nobody wants that. But Mo B be joining. He'll be joining in a second. But, I'm going to go over a couple things. So, the first thing is, I can't help but talk about critical race theory and how we don't teach it in school because little kids can't understand it. Yet somehow we're teaching it in school. I mean, I don't know how that works, because if I'm correct, the only people who really, get taught critical race theory are people who study in law, and it's a graduate level class. So I don't know how it gets wrapped up into elementary school or high school. I don't know. I mean, trigger words, we talk about that quite a bit on the show. And also, I got a lot on my mind. It's crazy. So today I was driving today and I was like, man, I can't wait to be the first to do some things. But not the first for the world or the first for everybody else. How about the first for me? Like, hey, maybe I want to be the first to win a trip somewhere for work that I've never been. That's a first for me. Hey, I'm looking to buy a house this year. Hey, that's a first for me. I don't need to be the first in winning awards. Hey, you're the first black man to buy a house. No, I'm nowhere near that. Oh, you're the first black man to win this trip. No, I'm nowhere near that either. So labels, man, I don't really understand the point of labels, except in the grand scheme of things, labels separate us. Now, I get it. For whatever reason, some people feel like they must be separate. Because we can't be together like this. We got to be like this. Which, to me personally, seems like a whole waste of time. And then it's like, well, all of us, we got to put our money together and we got to do this. How about we just do stuff like the right way? And when I say the right way, let's just be honest. This game that we are in, this game that we play called life, is not a game in which we created it. How you doing, Black British Adams? Good Sunday. So we didn't create this game. However, this is a game that we're playing. So we can either do one or two things. Now, you may have the ability to change the situation and stuff like that. You may have that ability, or you may have the ability to just simply play the game that's there. You know, I think the problem is we're always looking for ways to disrupt the system. And I get that. I understand, you know, when a system is considered to be unfair to people, we have to find a way to fix or disrupt that system to create another system, you know? However, I think one of the biggest problems is that, hey, are we even playing the same game as everybody else? So everybody thinks that differently. That's just my opinion. It's cool to create a new game, but I mean, you know, when I play Monopoly, I'm not gonna play Monopoly like I play chess. You know, some of the nuances stuff may be the same. However, I'm not gonna literally play that game the way I play chess. What's going on, Moby?
What's up, man?
Man, I'm just I had a little vent session, you know, because as you heard some of it, you know, labels are created to sometimes separate us as people. And, you know, a lot of people will agree or disagree with that statement, you know, because like I was just saying, hey, you know, if I win this prize, I'm not gonna be the first black man to win this prize, but I'm gonna be the first Ruben Brown to win this prize because I ain't never won it before. So, you know, just stuff like that, man. It was just, I was listening to stuff today. It was just on my head, man.
I don't know what you're making reference to. So,
well, it's not a reference to anything. It's more or less like, you know, because it started out with CRT and how these people think that CRT is being taught in schools, even though it's.
It is being taught in graduate school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's not being taught in elementary school, you know, and it's just, it's the whole thing is like crazy. Yet, you know, you ask some people, yeah, we can't have that being taught. For instance, you know, they agree. I guess the Virginia Department of Education voted 5-3 to adopt Governor Youngkin's, you know, request as far as teaching and stuff. And my thought with that is like, we weren't teaching CRT, so I don't understand what was changed. You know, I mean, are we going to teach history or are we not going to teach history? Because
we're not going to teach anything that involves saying that white people did something wrong. I mean, that's really, if we're not going to say white people did anything wrong, it's not allowed.
So we're not teaching history now. We're just teaching.
We never have been.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We've never taught history from a position that suggested that white people ever did anything negative. We just never have. And the thing is, when you talk about white people did something negative, that's not an indictment on all white people. That's just,
it's not.
Like, slavery happened. And if we're being honest, was every white person down with slavery? Absolutely not. We have proof that not every white person agreed with slavery. But at the same time, those people that didn't agree with it weren't able to stop it.
Until the Civil War.
Sure.
I mean, it didn't stop all of it. But
it didn't stop any of it, really. It just stopped it from being called that. I mean, it didn't stop any of it, but sure. Even what you just did right there is like a bit of revisionist history. Like, they weren't trying. Like, the only reason it became a mainline issue was to get more troops.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like Abe Lincoln in his infinite wisdom was like, you know what? These black people getting used as slaves just burns my Bunsen, man. I just can't do it. Nah, it was like, hey, bro, we need some more troops and we got to stop. We need the help. Let's tell these black people they'll technically be free.
It seemed to have worked. At least at the time. Except you live in Texas, because Texas, you know, it was another 2 years before they realized it was freedom. But that's a story for another time.
But I mean, look, even though Texas might have found out late, I bet the people in Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, even if they knew, it won't like shit changed. So I don't know what's better, knowing that you were free the whole time, or knowing that you're supposed to be free and you ain't.
There you go. I mean, it's I would dare say neither one is exactly positive.
No,
So-
I mean, all Youngkin did was basically put a bill that said, "Hey, we can't be talking negative about white people because it might make new white people feel bad about themselves."
But I don't understand the fact that I never understood how it was like you should feel bad about yourself, white person.
Ruben, throughout the course of history, if the majority of white people haven't proved anything to you, it's that they can't deal with being wrong. I mean, what did we used to call Native Americans?
Indians,
And you know why we called them Indians?
because they
Because
thought
of-
this was India.
No, they knew it wasn't India, but that's where they were supposed to be trying to get to.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So they
right.
got here and was like, fuck it, we'll call you Indians anyway. Because we ain't trying to say that we messed up. Nah, you'll just be Indians.
good old Columbus, man. I still can't believe we celebrate that. We still celebrate that guy. After he was proven a fraud, we still celebrate him. So,
Once again, I just told you, throughout the course of history, white people have had a really hard time saying, you know what, we didn't get that right. So we will literally make up our own history. We as being white people, they'll make up their own history just so they don't have to say, nah, we got that one wrong.
our bad.
And realistically, ain't nothing wrong with being like, hey man, we thought we was trying to find a way to India and we found a way to this place.
And then, I mean, the other funny thing is, you leave Britain because you're oppressed, and you hated everything they did to you, but all you did was bring all that over here and did that to other people.
Hey Ruben, it's the bully complex. They say bullies generally have rough upbringings, like, somebody's bullying them.
Mhm.
So the only way they heal is to go bully somebody else.
Craziness, right? Craziness. But
White fragility. That's all it is.
how's your week, man? How's your week?
I mean, it started, and sorry I was late. They was doing the middle school all-star roster announcements live on Instagram, so we was watching that.
Cool. They all on the same team?
Now they all on 3 different teams.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I guess your weekend's just caught up there.
I mean, it's gonna be cool to see them play with a whole bunch of basketball players that are way better than them, because they didn't do it by brackets. Like the boys, there's like a 6th grade bracket, 7th grade bracket, 8th grade bracket. With the girls, it seems like they just, hey, we got all these middle school girls from around the country. We just gonna put them on teams, see what happens.
And see, it's funny that you bring that up, because I sit here and and when you had this conversation the other day about women's basketball and why it's not worth as much as, men's basketball or just women's sports in general and all that stuff. I mean, we weren't saying that it was whatever. It was just weird. So, like today, they had UConn and South Carolina on TV today. It was a close game, apparently. South Carolina won. That was awesome, And then, of course, they had LSU playing somebody. Kind of a close game. Texas A&M, kind of a close game.
Yeah, LSU, they pulled it out in the end.
Yeah. And so then I turned, I don't even know. I don't even remember the two teams. Man, it was like terrible. It was like a 30-point in like the third quarter. And I'm just like, where's the parity? There's no parity.
I mean, honestly, in college basketball, you could argue that there's not a ton of parity in men's basketball. The difference is
but
they're
women's
also
worse.
just even though it's not much parity, meaning that generally what school's going to win in men's college basketball. but usually the score discrepancy isn't as great.
Yeah.
Like that's the major difference. Like at least the score discrepancy is that bad. Like a lot of times a little school could keep it close in the half.
Yeah.
Or
keep it watchable, keep it exciting.
Yeah.
You know? But women's basketball is over by the first quarter. Maybe the second.
When you got a top 25 team going up against like a bottom 200 team, like you just know if they keep it within 30, the good team had a bad day.
Yeah, and it's just so like I appreciate the fact that your South Carolinas and your UConns and your LSUs and stuff, they're going out and playing tougher competition. Like, because UConn is playing Tennessee, who's trying to bring it back, and South Carolina. Like, they're playing tough competition. The only problem is...
Well, they have to.
Yeah, because their conference, they just destroyed everybody in their conference. Except for the SEC, because we haven't gotten to the point where we don't know where LSU really is yet, because they haven't played South Carolina. And I think they're only playing once this year. So they're both still undefeated. So that'll be an interesting matchup. But, I mean, it's not going to shock me if South Carolina go undefeated again. Because literally, I mean, at this point in time, they've beaten UConn. I think they beat Stanford earlier. Like, they've beaten teams that should give them a problem, if they get to the Final Four. But, it's just, I don't know, man. It's hard watching blowouts in women's basketball.
Yeah.
Because if you get up, you ain't coming back.
That's what you're going to be watching half the time if you're watching women's basketball.
Yeah, I mean, because they put, I will give them credit, man. The good women's teams, when they put their foot on your neck, it's there, and you can forget it. They don't let up, man, and I appreciate that. But, glad you're back. Glad you seem to have an okay weekend. So let's get into our top 5 today. Actually, no, let's back up. So just to let everybody know, next week we will not be here because the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's going on next week. And let's just be honest, we'll probably be watching that, number 1. Number 2, if it's a close Super Bowl game, nobody's watching this. So we're just going to save everybody the problems, and we're going to take next week off. But with that being said, Mo B, who's your Super Bowl pick, man?
Black.
You got to pick a team, sir.
Bruh. I
just
win
pick a
either
team.
way. I win either way.
That's not what I'm asking you.
All right. You want me to pick? I mean, why I gotta pick a winner? Why I can't just enjoy the game, man? I don't understand why we're so infatuated with trying to be right. I ain't put no money on the game.
I asked you, who do you think would win? It's that simple.
I don't know. And the reason I'm saying, look, I think the Eagles are a better team, but I think Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, what's your prediction?
I don't have a prediction. I just want the Chiefs to win.
That's fine then. Just say that. Just say Chiefs.
I want the Chiefs to win.
All right. Why we had to go through the circle jerk? Say that.
I'm just excited that we got 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. So either way, I know there'll more than likely be a black quarterback as the MVP of the game. More than likely. And don't we all win?
Sure.
But I mean, look, I just want Patrick Mahomes to win, not because I have any animosity or hatred towards Philly. I just don't want the people who want a white quarterback to be better than Patrick Mahomes to have more ammo. And I just, because like, what more does Patrick Mahomes have to do before we can definitively just say, hey, that dude the best quarterback in the league? Like, there's literally nothing else he can do, and people still trying to give it to people who ain't really done anything yet. I mean, look, I love Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's swag, and there's nothing about Joe Burrow for me not to like, except for all the people trying to tell me he's just as good as Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen. Hey, man. I love Josh Allen, man. He's a huge athlete who, I mean, for the most part, seeing like all his team down for him. The only thing I don't like about Josh Allen is when people was out there telling me he was just as good as Patrick Mahomes. Like, it seems like the only thing I got against most of these quarterbacks who are the upper echelon is anybody trying to convince me that they better than Patrick Mahomes. That dude out there on one leg with no receiver that anyone can name, and Kelsey out there winning.
So it's a fair assessment. You expect Patrick Mahomes to win MVP this year?
I want him to win MVP this year.
Not the Super Bowl. I'm talking about NFL MVP.
I want him to win MVP. I want him to be Super Bowl MVP. I want him to be the offseason MVP. I want him to win the draft. I want everything, because if he don't win, if he loses at anything, we're gonna be trying to convince ourselves that somehow one of these other quarterbacks are better than him. And I'm just not here for it.
I see that.
And look, I'm a former Raiders fan. You think it brings me joy to have somebody in my own division be that much better than everybody else? No, it doesn't. But I acknowledge greatness when I see it.
So, I'm glad you brought the Raiders up. Did you watch any of the NFL skill stuff, like Pro Bowl weekend?
I watched the tail end of that relay race thing with the linemen and the running backs, and then the last flag football game where it seemed like the quarterbacks just love throwing interceptions in flag football. Like, I mean, is there anything more distasteful than watching quarterbacks who are supposed to be Pro Bowlers throw interceptions in a flag football game in which they not get hit? So it's like, what's your excuse? It's like you're not under pressure or duress. Was you afraid Micah Parsons gonna pull your flag too hard?
So I'll say this: I only saw one interception, and that was today, and that was that Buda Baker interception, which was.
So you saw one.
Sweet.
The first pass of the flag football game was a pick six.
Oh, I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it first.
Trevor Lawrence was running away from Micah Parsons and lobbed one up for a pick six.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Then Goff threw a pick six. And I mean, like, basically, the real winners of the day was the secondary. The secondary was like, bro, can we just play flag football all the time?
I mean, clearly until the last game, and damn it, that man from Minnesota,
Captain Kirk,
man, he led them to victory.
I bet Captain Kirk is great in flag football.
Yo, he threw this one pass between like three dudes, man. That joint was for a 1-point conversion, bro. If I'm a kicker, I'm like, hey, we need to do something different with this, because if y'all start doing 1-point conversions, y'all might get rid of the kicker as a whole, man. And so I don't know, we'll see. But I thought it was better. I like the fact that everybody did something, but nobody got hurt. Because that's one of the big things. Because watching the last couple Pro Bowls, man, especially the line, bro, they won't even try to check nobody. And it's like, but I get it.
I'm glad you found any joy from watching everybody participate, because the only reason I watched as much as I did because I was in a restaurant and it was on the TV. Because there is nothing exciting to me about skills competition and flag football. Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the players to get hurt, and I'm cool. My thing is, I'm just like, let's just not have the game. Like,
Well, I guess the thing about it is, I see your point, but they've been doing this for how long?
No, once again,
and it's a money grab. That's just what it is. It's a money grab.
It's a money grab, and I'm okay with that. But I don't have to participate in the money grab. Like, look, my daughter plays flag football, and I don't be wanting to be out there to see her play. And not because I don't want to see her play. It's just like flag football, just nothing exciting about it. I won a flag football championship, and I'm still not thrilled about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. It's like, it is what it is.
I mean, I hear you, and I mean that's cool, But I think if the NFL's got to deliver something,
I mean, yeah,
this effect.
this was probably the best thing, and I mean, honestly, it is cool to see that the players are genuinely having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, so it's one of those things where I'm kind of just like, you know what, this really wasn't that bad. I mean, because it could have been a whole lot worse.
I mean, it's worse. It's better than like the fake football games they used to play. You know what I'm saying? Where
At least
nobody wanted to tackle each other, and the linemen were pretty much high fiving each other on every play.
Yeah,
so it was like, bro, it ain't work. Like we hit you all the time for real money, and when there's actual stakes, I ain't trying to hit another 300-pound man just for the F of it. Like we good.
Well, I mean, the loser got $42,000, but yes, I feel your pain. $42,000 mess up my career, not so.
Yeah,
much.
but I say if you're in the Pro Bowl, either you're already getting paid or you about to get paid. So that 42,000 ain't really all that much worth it. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I just like they had different events. It was interesting, more so than anything else. It's something for everybody. Even like when they had the longest drive.
The long snappers out there snapping for tic-tac-toe.
I'm sorry, I didn't get to see that. I bet it was hilarious to watch that.
I mean, the kickers and then the long snappers doing it was interesting, I guess.
I mean,
hey, look, I guess, hey, how often do long snappers get their name on the screen? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, so no, I thought it was adequate for the purpose, and it looks like they made a smart move, and it looks like Vegas is going to be the site for it from now on. And I'm fine with that. It makes sense.
There's worse places. Either Vegas or go back to doing it in Hawaii. At least maybe you get players to come again.
Yeah, but Hawaii is a lot more expensive. That way they that's less money they gotta pay out.
No, that's true.
I mean, that's what it's.
Once again, and we've already talked about the Pro Bowl longer than anybody wanted to hear about.
Exactly. So, but that's not even why I brought it up. So you had to have seen the clip, because on Thursday they were doing the quarterback skills when they got to throw the ball and hit stuff and all that. And Derek Carr gets up there and destroys it. And Ryan Clark goes to him and he's like, you are hotter than you ever have been in LA. He's like, yeah, I'm so hot. I'll be somewhere else other here next year. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, look, what's he supposed to say? They kind of doing him grimy. They did him grimy after he's been the most loyal person in the organization. So I'm not even mad at him for having a little petty and a little hating him. Like,
yo, it was so awesome that Ryan Clark,
and he couldn't wait to come out there and just look good.
Yeah.
So he could get paid somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hope wherever he goes, they win a Super Bowl. Whatever team he goes to, I probably will be rooting harder for them than I have rooted for the Raiders in the last couple of years.
Other than Washington, because I know you're not gonna root for Washington.
Hey man, look, if he goes to Washington, I'll be down with it, man. I will be a part-time Washington fan consultant. I'll be there to keep you reasonable, to keep you from, selling yourself dreams. But I mean, hell, if he was on your team is in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but the problem is he's not going to be in Washington because we got an owner who don't have any damn money, and he hasn't sold the team yet. So hopefully they're talking next month. Just so, I mean, honestly, it needs to be sold this month. So whoever's going to buy it can be like, all right, we can do some free agents. Because if you wait till after the first week in March, when free agents come out, I mean, all the good was going to be gone. But what I am also saying is, me personally, I don't think we can go after a quarterback. I think we fix our offensive line, whether it be free agency or the draft or whatever. And I mean, and go from there.
Not doing this with you, man. I'm not talking about Washington football off-season plans.
All I'm saying is, at this point in time, you roll with Sam and you get what you get and call it a day. Because this guy really just got off the joint. Man, you get your ass beat. No, man, I'm just saying, man, because it's just not worth it to go out. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. This guy's such a jerk right now. Such a jerk. Oh, such a jerk.
Bro, we not about to do Washington football all-season analysis, man.
I am trying to finish
I don't even want to hear your point. Let's save it for another show.
I am trying to finish my last sentence, and once I finish this, we're done. All I'm saying is, hey, because we got to get an offensive court. Stop it. Whatever, man. You will listen to this.
I can still hear you. I just don't want to be a part of it. I can still hear you the whole time.
Can I finish my Sorry, man. I just want to finish my sentence, and then we're done. My sentence is, you go with the youth, because God knows we haven't tried that yet, and somehow we'll get an offensive coordinator, and that's it. And Black Patricia Adams is laughing at you hysterically.
I think she's laughing at you because I clearly made my point that I didn't want to be a part of this.
Sometimes you just don't have choices. So, but before I get into no, I'm not. So, my 5 this week: 5 inventions that you can't live without, Moby.
Lights.
I was thinking more like
Heating and AC.
I was thinking more like not basic shit. I'm talking about like,
bruh, like I could live without a lot of the newfangled technology, but like if I ain't got no lights in the house or no heat and AC, I'm dead, bro. I'm not built like that.
But everybody, that's what everybody's saying. I'm just saying.
I didn't think we were getting creativity points here. You said the top 5 things that I can't live without.
Why would you think it'd be the same thing if I was thinking basic stuff? I'm just talking about other stuff, man, other than the basics.
Well, you give me your 5, since your 5 so much more creative than me wanting to have heat and AC and lights on.
I mean, so I want all that. We all want all that, but that's what I want.
No, you said 5. The top 5 things I can't live without. I can't live without lights, heating, and AC because I am not built for it. I am not a survivalist. I'm not one of these dudes that's like, hey, when the apocalypse comes and the government conspiracy takeover happens, I'm just gonna grow my own food. I'm not built like that, and I'm honest with myself enough to know that I am a heating and AC type of guy.
You can't grow your own food?
I mean, I could try, but
you never have?
Not really. No.
You never had a garden?
No.
Wow. I didn't know that, man.
Like I said, man, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I can figure out, like, yo, if one of those world coming to an end things happen and we got to band together, I'm probably the right person to be on the team though, because I'm very cutthroat. Because like, hey, like in a zombie apocalypse or something, hey man, I'm killing everybody.
And not, except hopefully not me, but
bro, you're gonna have to really, really do a good job of proving to me that you ain't one of them.
What?
And it's gonna have to be very convincing. Because look, man, because in all those shows, when the people start trusting people, that's when they die. And I got a very, very low level of trust when it comes to survival. So you better show up early. You know what I'm saying? You better show up early in the game where I can know.
That's cold, man. That's cold.
No, that's called honesty.
So, I will give you my list because obviously lights, heat, and water and all that stuff. Yeah, like I get it.
But water's not an invention. I mean, maybe plumbing is, but water not an invention.
Well, what are those things called? Those, I don't want to say watering hole, but a well, that's an invention.
Yeah, but the water ain't.
No, I'm saying you gotta know how to get to it. Yeah. So yeah, as far as 5 things that, other than the basics, that I feel like that I love and I can live without them, but I ain't trying to. You know, first of all, glasses, because as I got older, the sight ain't what it used to be, and all it's doing is getting worse. And the glasses help, but these bifocals will only do so much. I took my glasses off, man. Reading something is not possible. It's just not. Yo, man, people say what they want, but like a bathroom, and I mean not like out in the woods. I mean an actual, not a porcelain, but just a hole that you can, it's wood you can sit on. Cause yo, back in the day, go to grandma's house, she had an outside toilet, bruh. So it don't matter what time of day, you gotta do that number 2. You gotta go outside. It don't matter the time of day, the weather, the nothing. If you gotta take that shit, you gotta take that shit. And that's just what it is, man. So definitely, I would say a bathroom. I'm fine with the bathroom. Microwave, you know, I'm fat, I eat, and in the grand scheme of things, I don't like to take 5 light years for my food to get cooked, or warmed up. So I'm a microwave guy. All right. Number 4, hey man, something with wheels on it, because I don't like walking. Whether that be a skateboard, a car, skates.
Okay, so you don't like walking, but you saying you be out here skateboarding.
I don't really be skateboarding, but
I'm just saying, like,
I will
modify your list. If you say bike, I'm with you. Skates, maybe. Skateboard?
Bike, rollerblade, blade, stuff like that. Stuff I've done before, yeah. I mean, I've rollerbladed before. I rollerbladed for a while, actually. So I did that. That's awesome. A bike, same thing. I'm good with that. Something with wheels, man. So if I've skateboarded once, wasn't my thing, but if I had to, it is what it is, bro. And then number 5, I mean, obviously, a sewing machine. Gotta have clothes, bro. And everybody's like, well, fig leaves, fuck that, man. Nah, I learned how to sew when I was like 8 or 9, man. If I had to make clothes, bro, it's what it is. Because that naked and afraid bullshit, not your boy. First of all, I'm way too fat for that. And then number 2, nah, man. Hell no. Hell no. Man, F all that shit. So there you go. That's my 5, man. I see Dre up here got a 5. Dre from VA. He got AC, oven, washing machine, medicine, surgery, and a shower.
I mean, you ain't criticize him for saying AC.
I mean, I've criticized AC, but I would want AC, but that's not my top 10.
Bro, you are tripping. I am from Savannah, Georgia. F that. I have been in a house with no AC when it's 110 degrees outside. I can't go back, bro. I can't go back.
All I'm saying is, yo, my grandma's house had an outhouse. Do you think that shit had AC?
What, the outhouse or the house?
The house. Hell no, the house didn't have AC. It had windows, motherfucker.
And I'm saying your priorities are effed up if you need wheels before you need AC.
You crazy in your face. Time,
bro,
baby,
I do not mind walking.
Hey, it's all about that time now. It's all about that time. I predicate my time to be important. I mean, I've been hot before. I used to work outside all summer on the river. Like, I understand heat.
And where'd you go when your day was over? Inside to the motherfucking AC. But you didn't go, you know what? I don't need this AC. I'm gonna turn the AC off in the crib and just go back and just enjoy my wheels.
I'm not saying AC is not up there. I'm saying it's not my top 5. That's all I'm saying. Now, you gonna finish your top 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna go right back where I said AC. You know what I'm saying? AC and heat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be cold either. You made me mad. You made me like, I'm with Dre on the shower as well. That was one of my other things.
Man, whatever.
Hey, bro, you asked me things
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
And if you knew what type of how high on the priority ranking shower was to me, you'd understand. I take 2 of them motherfuckers a day, and I spend almost an hour a day in the shower, Ruben. That's how much I value the shower.
That's awesome for you.
So AC,
I can't do that.
Shower. I would say grill, but I could do without a grill. I could make my own impromptu grill. I'm gonna actually ride with you on the microwave too, even though I don't like warming up a lot of stuff for real, but it is really good to have that in your back pocket I can pop this thing in the microwave.
Exactly.
Refrigerator. don't know how you missed that.
I mean,
And honestly, this is gonna be the generic one or the probably the most creative ones I have. Some form of a sound system, radio, anything, because like I need music to be able to play
I hear you.
where I'm at some point in time.
I hear that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of that. You know.
But yeah, notice internet's not up there.
Yep.
Phone
same.
ain't up there. Like I'm
Same.
cool without that thing. I guess because we're of an older generation, like we remember how not important cell phones used to be.
I mean, I remember not having one till I was like, I get by myself.
Yeah, I didn't get a cell. I got a cell phone when I was 17, and I had 150 minutes on it a month, and I cherished those 150 minutes. I ain't gonna waste them. We ain't had no text or nothing. It was just like I got 150 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And I am gonna make this 150 work.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know how quick them conversations used to be.
It'd be get to the point, get up, get off. Because unless it's a weekend,
Or-
you got
or-
free. weekend.
I ain't had free with I was straight 150 back then, baby. It was all prepaid, flip Motorola with the pull-out antenna with the green screen. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, what time you gonna be home so I can call you on the house phone? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Those are the conversations. Like, hey, I'll be home in about 2 hours. All right, cool. I ain't waste no minutes.
Yeah, it won't though. What you doing?
I wish a chick would say, I just want to talk to you about your day. She know I got 150 goddamn minutes. I just want to talk. Well, I don't until I get home.
Unless you paying for this call, you're not. All right, keep pushing. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, these kids don't know nothing about that, man. Don't know nothing about it. Know nothing about it. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Wow, the boards. Dre out here talking that cold cash. No type of sun can't stop 121 degrees with the sun beaming down and running the water hose for 2 minutes until the water gets cold. Can't compare to having an AC. You like high water bills. I don't know where you grew up at, man.
Hey, no, I know what he's saying, because like back in the summer, you know, back in the day at Petersburg, when we used to go to I can't call it AP Hill. When we used to go to Cool Spring Gardens Elementary, since we ain't allowed to call it AP Hill no more. You know, we go play basketball outside the court and we bring a water hose with us and tap it into the school. But even then, it was so hot in the pipes, you gotta let that water run for a couple minutes before the water's not gonna scold you and leave you with blisters on your lips. So
yeah, I hear you. So, man, I gotta talk to you about this, bro. So, I don't know if you heard about it, but it happened in New York. So, on the first day of February, a middle school, got fed chicken and waffles for lunch. And
for Blach History Month?
Well, hold on. It's
that the
chicken
Blach
and
History
waffles for
Month?
lunch. Yeah, chicken and waffles for lunch and watermelon for dessert. And people got mad. And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about this.
Was this the IKEA menu? Remember last year?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about this, right? Because Aramark, first of all, Aramark, ARAMARK, that big ass company does their school lunch. So that's a whole, I just need to let you know we're in a whole different shit. Like Aramark does like colleges. So what I never thought in the world that Aramark would be doing school, not high school. Aramark's doing middle school, and these people got upset because they gave them chicken and waffles and watermelon on the first day, and people got offended. You know what I said, Moby? They got chicken and waffles at middle school, bro. Like, who's bitching about chicken and waffles?
Hey, I want to know who was upset, because I'm like that dude in the Clerks movie. I can't taste your racism.
Exactly.
I'm happy as hell about these chicken and waffles and watermelon. Now, maybe on the back end, I'm like, man, that was some kind of racist bullshit. It was delicious. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. But honestly, my fatness would have overruled my black pride, because I probably wouldn't even thought about any racism. I'd have just been like, yo, unless somebody would have told me, hey, this is our Black History Menu, then I might have been like, hey man, I wish you wouldn't have said that, because now I gotta think about it that way. Because at first I would just be like, yo, this chicken and waffles is dope.
So all right, they were served chicken and waffles with a choice of watermelon for dessert. The school's administration and its food vendor apologized after students and parents pointed out the racial stereotypes the menu reinforced. What middle school child sat here and said, yo, this shit racist? Bro, like, once again...
I'm going to tell you, it's one of two people. It's one of two types of people. I'm going to be bold. Either it was a white person trying to prove that they was down, or it was some black person that had just, like, literally just been talking about critical race theory.
You stupid. Because I don't know what they teach in New York, so you're right. But, bro, I mean, I ain't never had chicken and waffles in school. Ever.
My thing is, I might have called it racist if it wasn't good. Like if I'd have been like, man, this chicken whack as shit, man. Yeah, like, who y'all got back there cooking it? And I don't even, honestly, I didn't think about that. I don't know if I would eat chicken and waffles at a school lunch unless they got some lady back there with a hairnet on, but she got like not enough hair to even really be in a ponytail, and she got that wide refrigerator booty, and she call you sweetie or baby. Like that woman, I would eat her chicken and waffles.
Well, first of all, you know that woman didn't exist because Airmark brought this shit in. Once again,
then I don't even know if I trust that dude. Like,
yeah, but still, a catering company.
I might have thought this was a conspiracy from the man. Like, what's in this chicken? What was that movie where they were trying to spike the chicken for all the black people? I might have thought this was a setup. It's like, yeah, I know y'all want me to eat this chicken and waffles, but I know what time it is.
The principal said the letter to parents at the school was unaware of the menu. What?
First of all, that's a dumb letter to send. Because I don't know if that makes you look better for not knowing what the damn menu gonna be.
We are extremely disappointed by this regrettable situation and apologize to the entire Nyack community for the culture and sensitivity displayed by our food service provider. First of all, let's just be honest about this shit. Yes, this shit could have been racist as hell, but let's be real, man. I agree with you, Moby. If the shit was nasty, then you tell on them. But if it was good, who bitching? The black vegan kid over here who don't believe that meat should come from an animal?
Hey, I feel like vegans are just unhappy people anyway.
But I'm just saying, man, we bitching about chicken and we bitching about something. Yo, you know what we used to bitch about in high school as far as food? Square pizza. It was good, but people used to bitch about square pizza. Chicken and waffles? What? Man, they're gonna have to just miss me with this bullshit because
once again, it's not a good look. It does have a lot of racial undertones. I'm just saying, as a middle school kid, I don't think I would have been thinking about racism at all. I would have just been like, damn, chicken and waffle sounds dope as shit for lunch.
Man, for real? I'd have came home. Yo, how was lunch?
I'm like, you mean I don't have to have that fake processed cheeseburger or that random fried microwavable chicken patty?
This already tells you the quality of food that they get at school. When they's like, yo, Black History Month, we'll do chicken and waffles and watermelon. Let's be real. The only thing about that whole thing that could have been quote unquote racist is the damn watermelon. If they had not had the watermelon and they just had chicken and waffles, nobody be bitching about it. It's the damn watermelon.
Probably. I mean,
let's be real, man.
You're right. Because chicken is chicken, but when you throw the watermelon on top of it, now you've got a racial meal.
Whatever, man.
A delicious meal, but racist nonetheless.
So then somebody brought up the fact, well, wait a minute, watermelon's not in season. And I was just kind of like, hold on. They saved all this watermelon for your ass, and this is how you repay them? What is wrong with this? Is some parent bullshit right here. This is some parent bullshit.
I mean, look, we can admit that it wasn't a good look. We can admit that it probably did have racial undertones. We can also admit that chicken and waffles for lunch sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Man, chicken and waffles for lunch. Yeah, bruh, I've had chicken and waffles like twice in my life. One was at Roscoe's. And the other time, I don't remember when I had it. Maybe I made it myself accidentally. I know. But I don't even make myself chicken and waffles. And these kids got it for lunch. Bruh, please, man. I'm sorry. This is one of those times where shit just got taken a little too far.
Well, I just know in the middle school that I was just in this weekend, I was walking around the cafeteria, and I feel like the schools are trying to turn all kids into vegans, because basically every sign was just about how cool vegetables were, and you should get your proteins from beans, and you should skip the meat for lunch. And I'm just like, I get it. There's research that says it's healthier. And I have no problem with anybody wanting to be a vegan, pescatarian, however you choose to eat. I'm just saying, is there any bigger hater in this world than a fucking vegan? And let me explain. I don't have no problem with a vegan, but like, as me, meat eater, like, I don't go to restaurants and watch other people eat vegetables and go, oh my God, that is fucking disgusting. Do you know how many pesticides are probably in those vegetables? Oh, you are killing yourself. But you, as a vegan, feel the need to point out every time I'm eating some meat and tell me how it causes cancer and how I'd be so much healthier without it. That's cool. You might be right. But how about you shut the fuck up and let me enjoy being a carnivore? Just me. I'm not bothering you. I'm not forcing any meat down your throat. If you don't want any of that chicken, cool. The way I look at it, more for me.
Hey man, this is very simple about vegans, and you know, I'm gonna quote part of Scott Pilgrim versus the World movie in the comic book. Yo man, it was very simple. They were just like, you know, what's the thing about vegans? And they said, not Ruben didn't say this shit, so don't attack me. Hey, it said vegans are just better people, and I'm just kind of like, okay. I mean, if you feel that way, that's awesome, you know. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, man, that protein, bro. Yeah,
bro. If you're a vegan and you want to eat that way, I don't care.
Yeah, that's cool. That's just expensive as fuck, though.
Yeah, my thing is, I just don't care. But I'm not trying. Like, if you're gonna give me the passive statement, like, oh, you know, once I became a vegan, I started feeling so much better. You know, I just cool. Hey. But if you're gonna give me the whole, it's causing me cancer, it's the reason I'm having all these problems. Because, like, honestly, in 2023, is there anything that doesn't fucking cause cancer anymore?
I mean, cell phones cause cancer, but you know,
I'm just saying, like, honestly, is there anything? Can you name 5 things that don't fucking cause cancer?
Ruben's one.
I don't know, man.
I don't cause cancer.
Somebody might disagree.
I haven't been known to cause cancer, so
I mean, not that you know of.
I am a cancer, but I have not been known to cause cancer. So I don't know, but yeah, man, I just think I just think there are times where people are reaching, and you know what? If Aramark did say, "Yo, man, let's throw some racist shit out there for lunch," yo, man, how about them chicken and waffles, and we gonna top it off with that watermelon, dog? Really? That's what you're gonna hit me about the food racism?
I'm gonna say their brand of racism sounds delicious.
Exactly. I mean, give me that shit.
Is it problematic? Yes, it is. It's problematic. It does reinforce stereotypes, but I can't taste your racism.
I'm just saying, if they had orange drink or purple drink with it, maybe they went a little too far, you know. But look, man, because there's a whole lot of cheaper shit they could have had to be racist, like black eyed peas and shit. So, like, I'm just saying, they could have done better. So, yeah, man. Y'all just need to stop bitching about stuff. So, man, what we talking about today, Moby?
I don't know. So
Man, but
I thought you was picking the topics, man.
what do you mean?
I just showed up.
You just showed up, huh?
I mean, look, man, my life ain't interesting. I didn't look up any international news or anything, man. Like, I just didn't. I'm sorry. I'm ill prepared. There is something I wanted to talk about, and it was these evil vegans, and I already talked about it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they all evil. I'm just saying the ones I know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you know a friendly vegan. I mean, look, I'm sure some of them are friendly, but I mean, I still wish most of them would just shut the hell up and let me enjoy my delicious food.
I mean, nobody really talks about the vegans that I know. They don't really sit and say, "Hey, man, F your food."
I mean, they ain't got to say F your food, but if you're trying to make me feel bad about the way I eat, I ain't trying to make you feel bad about the tasteless delights that you have. You eating your little broccoli sticks and bringing your packs of celery and saying, you know, ooh, I made this delicious vegan quiche. Like, fuck them. Like, fuck them, man. If I want to eat a steak, I'm gonna eat a goddamn steak. You know, it's like, whatever, man. Like, look, I'm glad you found, you know, your God, and your new God is vegetables, and that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it. I'm happy for you, and I hope your love relationship with broccoli and all those other green things. You know, I hope you and your spinach smoothies and and your avocado ice cream. I hope you're happy with it. I'm gonna be over here living unhealthy and happy.
Damn, man. Did somebody pee in your Kool-Aid this morning? I mean, what's going
No,
on?
man. No.
You got this. It's almost like an unhealthy hate for vegans right now.
Nah, man, I don't hate vegans. I hate anybody that tries to push their lifestyle on someone else's.
So you say they're very similar to Dallas Cowboy fans?
Which are very similar to Washington football fans.
No, they're not. They're not.
I mean, look, man.
They're not.
I get it. You want to be different, and you're not. You just got different colors.
They're not.
Crips and Bloods, baby. Crips and Bloods. You all the gang. You all the gang. You all the gang,
man. We're not either one of that.
You all the gang. And just, you know, at least they don't have the same historical racism behind their team.
I mean, I don't know, man. Cowboys aren't exactly like, you know, they don't exactly love like other colored people.
If you say so. If you say so.
I mean, come on, man.
If you want to find what fan base has the most black people, it's not hard to tell.
Ho. First of all,
not hard to tell.
I didn't say nothing about the most black people.
And there's a reason, because historically, Washington football franchise was probably the most racist franchise in NFL.
But I don't think that's why more black people are Cowboy fans. I just think they're Cowboys fans because the star is shiny. And sometimes a whole bunch of us like a whole bunch of shiny shit.
So you doubled down on racism to defend your Washington football team. You doubled down on a negative trope to defend.
You like that? You like that? You like that?
Oh man, that was mighty red of you right there. Mighty red of you.
Definitely not.
You and Sean Hannity should get a show together, man.
Oh please, man.
I mean, look, Stephen A. Smith does stuff with Sean Hannity, you know, and
I mean, I don't got nothing to do with that.
Hey, that's your boy, man. That's your boy. First Take.
Nah, I mean, first Take's funny, man, but that ain't Sean Hannity ain't my boy. That guy.
I mean, he hates Cowboy fans just like you. So, I mean, you could fill in for Stephen A. anytime.
Nah, I can't go to Sean Hannity. Ugh. Why would you even wish that upon me?
They pay you enough.
Nah, I can't get paid enough to be on that fucking show.
Look, everybody's got a price, baby. Everybody's got a price.
Not to be on that. Look, man, I do have this thing called dignity. I mean, you may not think I have it, but I do.
Oh, man,
there are limits.
I ain't saying you got dignity. I'm just saying, you know, there's a price tag on dignity. Like, there just is.
Not to be on Hannity. First of all, why would he ever invite me on Hannity, number one? And then number two is like, come on.
I mean, look, man, once they get one fat black guy to say whatever they want,
then that's enough, man.
I mean,
that's
no,
enough.
they pretty much feel like they can buy some more.
Well, they can't
And look,
find me.
and who knows, man? Jason Whitlock, when he has a heart attack and dies from, choking on his own racism against his own people, like they're gonna need somebody to fill in, man.
So
And
why would it be me?
Why wouldn't you want to get paid, man? You always for the advocate for getting paid. So why wouldn't you want to get paid?
Because I got this thing called a family.
I
Man,
mean,
you can say what you want. I do. I ain't trying
look,
to.
man, I know you got a family, man, but
I ain't trying to do that. Nah, bro.
Your family will enjoy coming to your 8-bedroom house on 50 acres that Fox News paid for. Like,
I mean, would you do it?
we ain't talking about me.
There we go. Don't try to get me something to do something you ain't gonna do.
I'm just saying, historically, I have said several times, I've been broke my whole life. I don't mind staying that way. Like, I ain't never advocated for getting paid for nothing. You have. You have advocated
for other people, not for me. There are a whole bunch of people out here who get paid for doing nothing. I'm clearly not one of them. So, yeah, no, don't do that to me. Nah, hell no.
Nah, man, but yeah, I took the week off from Florida. I just did, and I mean, after our little spill on veganism, like I just couldn't.
Nah, David, not even close. Not even close, David. How did you get that out of?
Hey,
because I said I had a family. No, man, I'm talking about like my
Ruben
parents,
married to the
man.
game, David. He married to the game.
No. When I said family, I meant like my parents and my extended family. Because I ain't trying to. I'd rather people talk about me for not going, not being there, not talking to me because I'm embarrassing them on national TV. I ain't about that life. So
yeah, David, Ruben ain't ready to get married, man. Them streets keep calling him,
Man, the streets ain't calling.
Keep calling him, baby.
I wish they would. Maybe I would be married by the they call.
He said, I can't get married and deny these streets.
Yeah, because that's right. Because I give my.
He said it would be selfish of him to get married and deny all these other people from what he got. Like it's just.
I can't even put together sentences, man. I mean, it's impressive how all those lines just come out of your mouth strong, like almost fluent. But you can't even keep the straight face. He would look good on fire. Hell no.
Hey, I ain't say that much. That's
damn, David. Really? That's what you think about me, man.
I mean, look, you look good having that money, but I ain't gonna say you look good on Fox. Like I would talk mad shit about you if you was on Fox, but I still go out to dinner with you so you could pick up the tab. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the type of friend I am. Like, I'm gonna still support you. Just I'm gonna talk shit about you to your face.
You do that now. Why do I need to go fight?
Look, man. Now you know that I'm gonna keep it real with you no matter what.
Oh, bright boy, whatever, man. Hell to the no. I don't feel nowhere near that way. I would probably throw up on national TV. Yeah, we can't do that.
You mean throw up money? Throw up money.
Now, I could be the other side on that show. So when all those people say all that dumb shit, I can be like, why are you talking all that dumb shit?
Man, you be up there one episode because they be like, hey, look, we don't pay you. We don't pay you to defend or even make logical sense about issues that come into race. We pay you to say what we would get in trouble for saying because we're white.
See,
that's why we have people like Jason Whitlock on payroll. So he can say all the shit that we would get canceled for if we said. But if a black person hates on another black person, we can pay him, and we're basically paying him to be ostracized by his own people. But you know what? As long as we pay enough, he cool.
Man.
What DL Hughley say on the Tonight Show? Jason Whitlock is proof that you don't have to be white to be racist against black people.
Man, here's the crazy part. The fact that we've talked this long and Jason Whitlock's been on the show is already annoying as hell. But yo, man, like, what have you done for your life except sit behind a keyboard and type, bro? I mean, you like 800 pounds. You ever played any street? You been out in the streets, Whitlock? No,
I'm not gonna attack his fatness.
I can't because I'm fat.
I'm not gonna attack his fatness. I'm gonna attack everything else.
I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack everything else, and I'm gonna say that Jason Whitlock, we literally saw him turn into Uncle Ruckus on live TV. On live TV, this man turned into Uncle Ruckus.
God.
Now, you know what the problem with them coons is? They got a black woman running them. They all look like a whole bunch of gang members.
So I got a question, man. Is he hate on black women because he can't have one?
I mean, look, when it's been that long since you've seen your own penis, Ruben, like, you probably hate anybody with a vagina.
Oh God.
It just so happens that the target of this hate happened to be black.
Like, has he said one positive thing about a black woman? Like, I hope his mom is something he's talked about positively.
I don't know if he's ever said anything positive about a black woman, but I think the most positive thing he can do is not ever talk to one, because we don't need him to engage with that we don't need him a part of our community. Like, can we uninvite him to every cookout? To every cookout? Like, can we have a mandatory picture of him on everybody's grill and just be like, hey, this dude ain't allowed to come. If you see this dude, cookout's over.
Damn, Black Boy Tisha Adams, really? I mean, you're taking a little too far now.
Yeah, I don't want to hang him because too many of our honorable ancestors died that way, and I don't feel like he should share in the same type of death as them.
Definitely not. I mean, yeah, and I wouldn't waste a bullet on him, and I don't want to get close enough to stab him. So I mean, all
we really gotta do is tie him up and put a mirror in front of him and make him stare at it, because obviously he hates black people. So looking at himself would be torture, and we just make him look at himself every day. Every day.
Crazy. But we've talked way too much about him because we don't feel him. We don't think he's...
Oh, that is what Uncle Ruckus said. Hang on, I got the rope right here.
God damn it. I miss the Boondocks. The Boondocks.
Yo, hey, man, who knew that the character that he modeled Tom after, Don Lemon, who knew that just, a decade later, sometimes Don Lemon be the realest nigga on CNN?
I think Don Lemon is the realest nigga on CNN a lot. Especially, I don't watch the morning stuff, so I don't know how he is in the morning. However,
it's just funny that, like, as a whole community, we used to really shit on Don Lemon because we made a lot of assumptions about who he was.
Yeah,
and then you see him, and then you see. Well, I didn't either, but you see him on like the New Year's thing with his mom up there, and then you hear his mom talk. Like, I listen to his podcast. Like, yo, Don Lemon, just like every other black dude that came from humble beginnings, man. Yeah, he just happened to get on the news. You know what I'm saying?
His show at night was all right for the most part. I mean,
I'm talking about pre-CNN Don Tonight, when he was just the anchor on CNN. We made all these assumptions about how he was like a black dude that wanted to be white. And it's like, it's totally not him, but we didn't know enough about him to say anything else. Plus, I don't think he had felt comfortable enough in his homosexuality to realize that kind of makes him a little bit untouchable. So, like, because Anderson Cooper has realized that for a long time. Anderson Cooper be out here saying whatever the hell he want, because he know they bet not fire me.
Man,
everybody.
Yo, the fact that he does New Year's with that Andy dude, and that Andy dude does nothing but get wasted every New Year.
Don Lemon be drunk as hell too.
Yeah, I haven't watched
like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Don Lemon was out there drunk with his boyfriend. Wasn't he with his Yeah, he was drunk with his boyfriend. Like he was lit.
Husband now. So
Yeah, husband now, but he was lit.
yeah, but what's his name? Andy
Cohen.
Yeah, man. Andy Cohen be just, man, I'm waiting for him to throw up on live TV. And Anson Cooper be just be like,
they moved the camera away.
Yeah, but Anson Cooper just be like, God bless America, man. I gotta hold this shit up for both of us. Dumbass. Like, hey, but you know what? When you untouchable, you can do that. And Anson Cooper,
we ain't saying he untouchable like we bitter about anything.
Nah.
We just being real about what it is. Like Anderson Cooper would have to do some hellacious shit to get removed from TV.
Yeah, he understand his purpose and his work, and he ain't gonna never do no crazy ass shit. That's not him. And I mean, now he got 2 hours at nighttime now too. Shit. I mean, Don Lemon had 2 hours, but that was late night. Now this dude's got 2 hours from 8 to 10 because they moved Don Lemon's ass in the morning.
Yeah.
And Don Lemon be coming up there with hoodies on. I'll be like, go ahead, Lemon. You don't give two fucks.
He be coming up there with hoodies on. Now his hairline be tight. You know what I'm saying? Like every once in a while, Don Lemon let the hairline go and feel like he went to a place where all his white coworkers were going to. And then every once in a while, you be like, oh shit, you went to a Capitol Cuts this week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man. Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at him though. Both of them do them, man, because you know, when election time, I'm all up in it, man. I watch way too much CNN during election time. But I can't watch MSNBC. I damn sure can't watch Fox. And for the most part,
MSNBC exists,
man, because it doesn't. I mean, there's a channel for it and everything, but it don't exist no more.
I think it's weird that CNN is considered like a liberal station when for a long time it was Fox News was conservative, MSNBC was liberal, and CNN was where you went to get balance. But then all of a sudden, when CNN started like being truthful about like
everything.
Well, not even being truthful about everything, just like as they kept consistent with what they always did, which is try to be, you know, just be in the middle. That became liberal. Like telling the truth became a real liberal thing.
Because that's when the other side really started lying like highly. You know, you did little lies here and there, but now if you're gonna bring up Trump, who lies all the damn time,
because that was why I didn't watch MSNBC, because even though I have a fair amount of liberal views, I ain't that far on the liberal end.
So here it is. There's Fox News, and there's MSNBC, and somewhere in the middle, where am I at? Somewhere in the middle, there's CNN. Now,
and I always thought it was cool because CNN don't try to hide behind like they try to give Democratic views. They always have Republicans up there. Sometimes they be totally disagreeing with each other. I thought CNN was where I went to get balance, and then all of a sudden somebody told me CNN was liberal, and I was like, when the fuck did that happen?
Well, because I mean, honestly, I would say that they're liberal because not as much as MSNBC, but I would say they're a little bit liberal because it's not balanced. There's usually like one Republican and then like three or four Democrat people. So it's not balanced as well as it should be. Now,
I feel like they're leaning into their audience though, because I think once they got because back in the day, I watched CNN a long time ago too. Back in the day, it was always balanced. And then once they started becoming known as being liberal, I feel like they were just like, well, shit, I guess we kind of go in this liberal. And honestly, most of the time when I see them up there, they do have balance, unless you're counting the anchor as the imbalance.
So usually they, like when Rick Santorum used to be up there, it'd be him, be Van Jones, and like two other people who are clearly more Democratic than Republican. But if there's a Republican view, they'd always go to Rick Santorum. And then I guess he said some shit and did some dumb shit. So
I think a lot of it was also like towards the transition. Republicans didn't want to be on CNN because that was like a way if you're on CNN, you got labeled like a traitor to your own party.
Yeah, but see, that's the crazy part, right? Because with Fox News, it's the exact opposite. There's like one poor, shitty, sorry ass Democratic person and a whole bunch of Republicans, and they don't get a good Democratic person. Oh God, no. At least CNN gets somebody like respectable. like they can talk, they understand what's going on, shit like that. These motherfuckers get some dude that they picked off the street and said, I don't like Republicans. You know what? Let's bring you on the show. And like, you might know a little something, but there's no way that person can go to verbal accounts with the other three people. Like that show, the Five. Oh my God. There is no Democrat view on that show. It's 5 Republicans.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
What?
Well, I'm in the corner of my eye. The Grammys are on, and Trevor just said, based on the closed caption, that Beyonce has done it. We just saw history tonight. She has now won the most Grammys of any artist.
Makes sense. I can see that. You know.
I mean, I can see it, but I still didn't think. Honestly, I just didn't think she had. I just thought.
Well, I assume that, but I also assume they're including the Destiny Child stuff in there.
Oh, there you go. That's probably all right. Didn't think about that. Look at you with the pop culture knowledge that I'm not.
Hey man, I got that. I mean, because Beyonce was Destiny Child before she was Beyonce, before she was Queen Bee, as she was. So yeah, she. So I guess Nat, she won something tonight. So
yeah,
is she like pregnant, like 8 months pregnant or some shit?
I mean, she is hiding it incredibly well.
Oh, I thought she was pregnant. I mean, I don't know. I'm pop culture, but I don't follow like that. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, so that was all the nothingness that I had to talk about and allowed us to get all over the place. So
it's okay.
There's my segment.
Well, that's why I asked you what you have on your mind.
Oh, I didn't know that was what I had on my mind. I just thought that was my segment.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Not really.
We took it all out. We drained it.
No. Actually, what's on my mind is, we talked about it earlier, man. The discrepancy in youth sports when it comes to the way we treat men's and women's sports. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't ever pay attention to the discrepancy as much, and honestly, I'm not paying attention to the discrepancy as much as you would think, because like my daughters both play sports. That's actually not what's made it obvious to me. It's the fact that like I coach both sides now.
Mm-hmm.
So I coach, a youth male team, and I coach a youth female team, and everything about it is different culture wise, and none of it has anything to do with the players, because at the end of the day, the players are the players.
Yeah.
Like, the guys act very similar to the girls.
Because they're kids.
Now, the girls are way more cheerleaders for each other, and there's a lot less ego on my girls' team than the boys' team. But at the end of the day, they are no different. But I coach in the same association for the boys and the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I see all the rules seem to be enforced differently. So we're supposed to get a certain amount of time at halftime. It's supposed to be the equivalence of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to get the boys and girls play the same amount of time. They're supposed to get 7 minutes at halftime. My girls' team has not got more than 3 minutes of halftime of any game. The referees are constantly trying to rush through our games. So much so that they've actually admitted it to us. Like, hey, we're trying to move these games along. I don't see that on the boys' side. I just don't see the support. And I've often argued and made the statement, and I'll still stand by these statements. Like, when professional women are saying, hey, it's terrible that we don't get paid as much as men, my thing is the money follows. Money follows. So if your league's not making as much money, it's not going to get paid as much. Because, hey, not that long ago, NBA finals were tape delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Really wasn't that long ago.
Nah.
So it's not like men's NBA basketball has always been this cash cow. It became that with ratings and viewership. So when, professional women athletes are like, well, we should get paid the same as men. No, you should get paid the same percentage of profit as men. That's my view. Somebody might disagree with me, but you should have the same amount of the percentage of the profit that the league makes going to your salaries.
Correct. You just got to figure out a way to increase that profit margin.
Exactly. Now, I've often thought, same as, people have told me, well, it's up to sports viewers to market women's sports better so it can get more viewership. Yeah, but the problem is we don't really support women's sports with other women. The NBA, like, take the NFL for example. The NFL now does a pretty good job of trying to market their product to women. Like, you look at the NFL Fan Zone site, they have, a whole women's line of clothes for sports fans. But it didn't used to be like that. They used to basically be like, hey, our target audience is drunk men. So we have a lot of beer commercials, and that's what we pushed.
Yeah.
And then women became more loud about the fact that they were fans of the sport as well. So the marketing changed. Who is the women's sports target audience? Because it can't be women. Because unless that woman is traditionally a sports fan,
it's got to be young girls.
Exactly.
But young girls don't got money.
Well, not even young girls don't got money. We don't get young girls interested in the sport, so it transitions later on.
Correct.
And part of that starts in youth sports. Like, when there's such a discrepancy on how we treat young athletes, where it's glory for the young males, it's glory and popularity and appeal. And I remember not too long ago, when I was in high school, some of the best female basketball players were damn near ostracized by the school because they got called things like dyke. Oh, they're lesbians, just because they were interested in sports. And we have done a piss poor job of making it okay for women to be interested in sports and be interested in other things. It's almost like we do a one or the other with them.
Yeah.
And that's not on the kids. That's on the adults in the support system. That's why now I have even more respect for what Kobe Bryant was doing after his career, post-career.
Yeah,
he was such an advocate for women's basketball. Like, and he never called it. The one thing I noticed in listening to all the things, he never once referred to it as women's basketball. He was always talking about it was basketball.
Yeah.
And until we get to a place where we treat youth sports like it's the same whether you're male or female, it's never going to be big. Like, so all these women athletes that want equal pay, it's never going to happen if you don't have equal appeal in the sport, because the money will always follow the interest. And if the men have to be just as interested in your sport as the women, it's never going to make it. And then if you're going to leave it up to men, unfortunately, what men do with most things when it comes to women is we're going to sexualize the fuck out of it. So your hottest female athletes will be your most paid, whether they're the best or not. There's a reason we don't have a real women's football league, but they got that lingerie football league, which makes pretty decent money for not having to pay anybody. Because men, we're going to sexualize the fuck out of it.
And it's tackle.
Exactly. Unless they're actually real athletes, but unfortunately, the only way they have a league where they can really make some money and get some interest, they gotta be out there in their underwear.
Yeah, like your league. I mean, if I'm correct, didn't you say it was run by a lady?
It's technically I think she is the leader of the board. But But that's the thing. She's not advocating for the same treatment. But then maybe she doesn't even know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you should be like, hey.
Oh, no, it's coming up. Oh, the first time we have a meeting, I'm going to be there because I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah, because basically, if the refs don't care, man, then you're doing everything a disservice, and they don't care. The ones they have there don't care, and they shouldn't be there. Because in the grand scheme of things, and this is also where
we just got to make it more appealing for women to be athletes, and not mean that does not mean you are any less feminine. That does not mean you are any less than. It doesn't mean you have to fit a stereotype. Like, if you just want to be if you're an athlete, you're an athlete. You know what? You know who are also athletes? Like those competition dance cheerleaders.
Yeah,
fucking athletes.
Yeah,
gymnasts, athletes. Basketball players, athletes.
I mean, there's a reason why. Like, and I'm gonna give. I mean, you'll probably be completely against it, but I'll give WWE a little credit because, like, that next in line thing, the NL, they call it next in line, and they got a lot of women in that, and they got that one cheerleader from the TV show Cheer or whatever. I guess she's really, really good. Gabby something. But yeah, she's in that, man, and. I read an article. It's like, well, they're ever going to be in a square circle. Look, man, you want them to be an advocate for the brand. They don't necessarily have to wrestle eventually. And like the twins that are in Miami, they're in the NIL program for WWE, and literally they play basketball. They do TikTok stuff, and WWE sends them to like all the big events, and they TikTok it all day, and just getting the stuff out there. So I mean, I think that we have to, as a whole, look at a way to, basically market everyone. And I think the problem is, it's not a thing. They don't market women's sports at all. Zero. They assume the men's sports will bring everybody in, like football and basketball and stuff. But I mean, there are some high schools that have better women's sports than men's sports, and they found a way to market. You just got to market all of it instead of like picking and choosing. But
it's not about marketing. They celebrate.
Well, marketing celebrate the whole nine.
No, but there's a difference. Like some people think marketing is just throwing money at it. It's like, no, you've got to make it appealing, and you've got to make it like celebrated. Like the best male high school basketball player on a sorry ass high school basketball team gets more celebrated than the best woman basketball player on a state championship women's basketball team.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And like I'm saying, and until that changes, the appeal is never going to progress to adulthood. Because if we just took everybody that's in like my daughter's age range, like between 10 and 12, and we made them advocates for the sports, and really like appreciate, love, and enjoy the sports. And we had a whole generation of those who got celebrated, got accolades, got the appeal and popularity without all of the negative connotation. Within 10 or 15 years, that sport would be bigger because those people would be adults and they would support it and support the people behind them.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
I mean, they're starting to just get it in the professional, like the WNBA, and they've been around for 25 years.
25 years.
And they're starting to just getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they still don't make a profit.
Now.
They still, the only way they survive is to be subsidized by the NBA.
And to me, I think that's, they, like, I know every year they change their mantras and stuff, but I think that they need to take a better look at some things. But then again, it's also,
like I said,
they don't make a lot.
It doesn't start at the professional level. You got to start at the youth level.
Just like soccer, man. Soccer, man, the majority of people in this country don't care about soccer.
Nope.
At all.
That's why I think it's laughable when all the women soccer players come up and say we should make more money, because I'm like,
because you keep winning.
I mean, yeah, you keep winning, but still, no one's really watching except for that one time a year where we have when the World Cup comes around, everybody in the country pretends that they're avid soccer fans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just gotta, like, there's a women's soccer league out, and it's rarely on television. Why is that? Why is that?
But yeah, I didn't mean to make my what's on my mind.
Nah, you good.
It's
I mean,
kind
you
of personal to me now.
No, exactly. And I mean,
And it's not personal. It's funny thing. It's not personal to me because I have daughters playing. It's more personal to me because now I have such a broad view of both sides of it, just on the rec level.
Yeah. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's where everything starts. Because the rec level will change the mind and the hearts of whoever plays what. Because this is gonna kind of say, do I want to play basketball or not? Do I want this to be? It's just like soccer at that age. Hey, is this what I want to do? That sort of thing. And that's how travel leagues start and all that. So no, I'm completely with you. I mean, but yeah, I think it's something. Whereas it's all about the person at the top. And if that person doesn't necessarily care or have a really good idea how to do what needs to be done, then you're gonna get what you're gonna get. And the fact that they probably don't know that, they're supposed to have, what is it, like a 10-minute halftime, and you've never had that, your team's never had that. Yo, man, that's just, the refs are controlling it. And if the refs are controlling it, you already know it's jacked up. So,
but they're doing it because they can get away with it. Because there's nobody there's no group of people within the own committee that's going to scream loud enough and demand that everything be equal.
And maybe that's going to change now, because I know you can go up in there and be like, look, well, why didn't you tell us during the season? Because I know you ain't going to do nothing during the season. Like, let's be real here. We just got to fix that for next year. We need to do better. We need to do this. I like the football thing. I liked it when you went to different schools. If you're going to, but why have one school in the middle of absolutely nowhere? Like, that's, if anything, you try to centralize it.
Well, I mean, they got multiple sites for games. Just depends. Some people play at different places.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, hopefully your message will get through, and they'll either elect somebody else. Hopefully, it'll be you. I think it'd be cool if you did it, especially if it's not a paid position. You got to be elected there. I think it'd be dope if you took over something like that. But yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure we'll talk more about that because the playoffs coming soon. So, we got to hear about that. So, good stuff. What's on my mind is not much. I'm gonna piggyback on what Mo B said. In the grand scheme of things, if we want things to be successful, we have to put that time and energy into it. Whether it be women's basketball, whether it be this podcast, whether it be whatever. And that's what we got to do. Because if you really want it, you got to go earn it. You're not gonna wake up and be like, hey, you're here. So, with that being said, thank everybody who listened to the podcast today. So just a reminder, next week is Super Bowl week. We will not be here. No 9 o'clock show next week. We're taking it off. Why? Because we want to watch Super Bowl too. And let's be real, you're not gonna be watching us. You'll be watching the Super Bowl. So, but we will have a best of that comes out next week. So you won't get a whole week without us. We'll be around. Once again, I'd like to thank Mo B for joining me tonight. Hopefully AJ will be back in a couple weeks, getting over what he's getting over. But yeah, thank you to all those who listen. Thank you for listening live. Thank you for listening to the podcast. When it comes out, once again, they usually come out on every Thursday, maybe sometimes Fridays. That sort of thing. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell anyone, just tell somebody about us. Normally, once again, 9 p.m. Sunday nights, Eastern Standard Time. We're off next week, but we'll be back 2 weeks, and 2 weeks the XFL starts. Maybe I have to go check out a DC Defenders game. We'll see how that works. Oh yeah, I never did say my pick. Nah, man. I mean, I want the Eagles to win. NFC East, baby. Let's do it. Mo B said what he said. Mo B wants the Chiefs to win. I want the Eagles to win. So, neither one of our teams, but it is what it is. Hey, once again, thank everybody for joining us tonight. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Celebrate the craziest worlds that we live in. Everybody's a part of it. So please try not to make it more crazy than it is. So, once again, love, peace, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, RB5Men Warning at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Mob 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, RB5Men Warning. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.